Hi, Gia Berthold here. I just want to congratulate Housing Industry Foundation on their first virtual September Summit. The ability to pivot in these unprecedented times is so important. Requests for help for housing are up 400% this year due to COVID-19, and HIF needs all the help we can get to ensure that individuals and families remain in or return to stable housing. For all of you watching, thank you for all you do for Housing Industry Foundation and for those less fortunate than us. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Clyde Holland, and I'm the CEO Chairman of the Holland Partner Group. For about the past 25 years, we've been pleased to be a sponsor of HIF. HIF provides emergency grants to families on the edge of homelessness. They make a huge impact. In addition, the board covers the operating expenses so that 100% of the donations can go to the people in need. And I encourage each of you to dig deep and to make contributions that will make a huge difference within the rental community in the Bay Area. Thank you.
Hi, Gia Berthold here. I just want to congratulate Housing Industry Foundation on their first virtual September Summit. The ability to pivot in these unprecedented times is so important. Requests for help for housing are up 400% this year due to COVID-19, and HIF needs all the help we can get to ensure that individuals and families remain in or return to stable housing. For all of you watching, thank you for all you do for Housing Industry Foundation and for those less fortunate than us. Thank you.
name is Clyde Holland, and I'm the CEO Chairman of the Holland Partner Group. For about the past 25 years, we've been pleased to be a sponsor of HIF. HIF provides emergency grants to families on the edge of homelessness. They make a huge impact. In addition, the board covers the operating expenses so that 100% of the donations can go to the people in need. And I encourage each of you to dig deep and to make contributions that will make a huge difference within the rental community in the Bay Area. Thank you.
Hi, Gia Berthold here. I just want to congratulate Housing Industry Foundation on their first virtual September Summit. The ability to pivot in these unprecedented times is so important. Requests for help for housing are up 400% this year due to COVID-19, and HIF needs all the help we can get to ensure that individuals and families remain in or return to stable housing. For all of you watching, thank you for all you do for Housing Industry Foundation and for those less fortunate than us. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Clyde Holland, and I'm the CEO Chairman of the Holland Partner Group. For about the past 25 years, we've been pleased to be a sponsor of HIF. HIF provides emergency grants to families on the edge of homelessness. They make a huge impact. In addition, the board covers the operating expenses so that 100% of the donations can go to the people in need. And I encourage each of you to dig deep and to make contributions that will make a huge difference within the rental community in the Bay Area. Thank you.
Hi, Gia Berthold here. I just want to congratulate Housing Industry Foundation on their first virtual September Summit. The ability to pivot in these unprecedented times is so important. Requests for help for housing are up 400% this year due to COVID-19, and HIF needs all the help we can get to ensure that individuals and families remain in or return to stable housing. For all of you watching, thank you for all you do for Housing Industry Foundation and for those less fortunate than us. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Clyde Holland, and I'm the CEO Chairman of the Holland Partner Group. For about the past 25 years, we've been pleased to be a sponsor of HIF. HIF provides emergency grants to families on the edge of homelessness. They make a huge impact. In addition, the board covers the operating expenses so that 100% of the donations can go to the people in need. And I encourage each of you to dig deep and to make contributions that will make a huge difference within the rental community in the Bay Area. Thank you.
Hi, Gian Berthold here. I just want to congratulate Housing Industry Foundation on their first virtual September Summit. The ability to pivot in these unprecedented times is so important. Requests for help for housing are up 400% this year due to COVID-19, and HIF needs all the help we can get to ensure that individuals and families remain in or return to stable housing. For all of you watching, thank you for all you do for Housing Industry Foundation and for those less fortunate than us. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Clyde Holland, and I'm the CEO Chairman of the Holland Partner Group. For about the past 25 years, we've been pleased to be a sponsor of HIF. HIF provides emergency grants to families on the edge of homelessness. They make a huge impact. In addition, the board covers the operating expenses so that 100% of the donations can go to the people in need. And I encourage each of you to dig deep and to make contributions that will make a huge difference within the rental community in the Bay Area. Thank you.
Hi, Gia Berthold here. I just want to congratulate Housing Industry Foundation on their first virtual September Summit. The ability to pivot in these unprecedented times is so important. Requests for help for housing are up 400% this year due to COVID-19, and HIF needs all the help we can get to ensure that individuals and families remain in or return to stable housing. For all of you watching, thank you for all you do for Housing Industry Foundation and for those less fortunate than us. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Clyde Holland, and I'm the CEO Chairman of the Holland Partner Group. For about the past 25 years, we've been pleased to be a sponsor of HIF. HIF provides emergency grants to families on the edge of homelessness. They make a huge impact. In addition, the board covers the operating expenses so that 100% of the donations can go to the people in need. And I encourage each of you to dig deep and to make contributions that will make a huge difference within the rental community in the Bay Area.
the Bay Area is facing a critical housing crisis. Essential workers like teachers, counselors, and nurses are struggling to remain in safe and stable housing. They face constant stress, balancing long commutes, making ends meet, and dealing with unexpected setbacks. Owners and managers of apartment complexes, contractors, furniture and home improvement retailers, insurance companies, and banks have united around the Housing Industry Foundation to help people remain in or find stable housing in the Bay Area. Our Emergency Housing Fund provides short-term grants to help families stay in their homes during a time of crisis. Through our Affordable Housing Initiative, HIF partners with owners of apartment complexes to offer below-market rate units to qualified applicants, providing affordable housing within 30 minutes of their workplace. In support of local nonprofits, our renovation program provides much-needed improvements at no cost to the agency. For every dollar invested, we leverage at least $2 to $3 of in-kind support. Housing Industry Foundation has prevented over 20,000 individuals from experiencing homelessness since 1989. All donations that HIF receive sustain our programs and help to support more and more families year over year.
Good evening, everyone. Thank all of you for joining us this evening for the premier Housing Industry Foundation Virtual September Summit. We Are Stronger Together, HIF Summit 2020. I'm Greg Quiroga, and I have the honor of being your host, MC, and fundraiser for the evening, and it is so excellent to see all of you joining us tonight. I know we all miss the opportunity to hang out together in person, but 2020 is a different kind of year, necessitating a different kind of summit. We still want to see you, though, and we have a chance for all of you to shine as well. So take your selfies, take your selfies, take your pictures, post them to Instagram and Facebook. Hashtag HIF Strong will get you into our show tonight, but don't wait. Do it now so that we can make sure you get into our show tonight. That's HIF Strong on Instagram and Facebook. And why we are here, because there's a reason that we wanted to bring everybody together. In a good year, housing is the single greatest challenge facing the Bay Area, has been for decades, which is why over 30 years ago, a small group of visionaries banded together to do something about it and founded the Housing Industry Foundation. One of the main things that has remained constant is the need for the Housing Industry Foundation's support programs, which is why we are so thankful to have you joining us tonight. We have a compelling show lined up for you tonight. We want you to be able to participate. So make sure you have signed up and are ready to participate in our Fund-a-Need tonight. You do that by getting out your phone and texting HIF Strong to 41444. Again, that's HIF Strong to 41444. That'll get you logged in and ready to participate on our Fund-a-Need. We've already got gifts coming in. We appreciate all of you who have been making pledges. We've also got a live and silent auction. And to bid on our live auction, 3 items coming up later, download the HandBid app from the Apple Store or Google Play, or go to events.handbid.com and search HIF Summit. And while you're there, be sure to check out our live auction items. We've got a small but mighty lineup of items for you to bid on tonight. And again, the way that you do that is online, so be sure you log in, register, and are ready to go. And get your phone out and make pledges in our Fund-a-Need, because we are looking to you to help us tonight. We have lofty financial goals because we have some very down-to-earth, real-world needs to address. The board of the Housing Industry Foundation is composed of dedicated industry professionals who are committed to ensuring access to housing for all. No one exemplifies that more than Housing Industry Foundation Board President Jamie D'Alessandro.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Jamie D'Alessandro, HIF Board President, and this is Gus. We're here to welcome you to the first ever virtual September Summit. Thank you for being here. The need in the communities we serve has never been greater. HIF's impact never more profound. None of this would be possible without your continued support. Thank you.
Thanks, Jamie. And hi, Greg. Great to have you with us again this year. Welcome, everyone, and thank you for joining us tonight. I'd like to once again thank our generous sponsors, without whom none of this would be possible. Thanks as well to our Summit Committee and our wonderful volunteers for their support, especially these last few weeks. And thanks to our incredible HIF staff, in particular Arlene Marcos, our Operations Manager, and Monica Bloom, our Development Director, who led the effort to make tonight possible. In the last 5 months, with all that's been happening in the world, in our country, and here in California in particular with the fires, it would be very easy to be deflated and feel a sense of hopelessness. And we often hear how divided the country is, how divided we are. But I see the other side of that. I see examples of hope and people stepping up every day and pushing back against this difficult moment that we are all living through. From our program applicants to our donors, our board members, our vendors, and our volunteers, all of them giving their time and resources to help others. We are very lucky to be part of an organization that creates solutions and jumps right in to help our communities. Last March, when I met with the board about the pandemic, I was really ready to push hard to increase our emergency housing fund. But before I could even say good morning, the board said, we need to do more, we need to step up. This moment is what HIF was created for. And step up we did. Since March, we have reviewed over 600 applications for our emergency housing fund, and we've given almost $700,000 to families in need. We continue to help essential workers such as teachers and social workers to find and connect to affordable housing. And we also continue to renovate low-income apartments and shelters. And in collaboration with Apartment List and our board of directors, we are also providing temporary housing for families that have been displaced by the ongoing fires. But we have so much more to do. Over 500 families are on our application wait list for assistance, and dozens more reach out to us each week. So tonight, we celebrate the resilience of our communities and the generosity of our supporters like Avalon Bay. And we celebrate a simple idea that may sound almost too simple. We are stronger together. Remove one volunteer, one donor, and one staff member, one relationship, and we cannot serve the community like we do. Our goal tonight is to prevent 100 families from experiencing homelessness by raising $185,000. Every $1,800 we raise will keep one family safely housed. If we hit this goal, HIF will prevent over 500 families in total from becoming homeless this year. So tonight we look to you, our HIF family, our friends, to help our neighbors, to keep our communities whole, so they have a chance to provide for their families and a chance to thrive again, not just survive. Tonight and always, we are stronger together. Thank you for your support. Enjoy the program. Greg?
Thank you, Steve. Air high five, brother.
Air high five.
There we go.
Air high five.
We appreciate the manner in which you, Steve, the board, and the entire Housing Industry Foundation have stepped up in this time of increased need. And you heard him, everyone. Every $1,800 we raise tonight is going to keep one family from experiencing homelessness. When the time comes, I want you to pledge with your heart, not with your mind. We couldn't have done this event tonight without the generous support of our sponsors, and I would like to thank our event sponsors, Holland Partner Group, JSM Enterprises, Jan Berthold Heffernan Insurance Brokers, and speaker companies. And of course, we couldn't do this without you, our wonderful supporters who are logging in from all over the Bay Area and beyond for tonight's virtual September Summit. In fact, we have people signed up from as far away as London. And it looks like we have viewers from all over the United States as well. New York, Florida, Chicago, Ohio, Seattle. Wow. thank you. This is excellent. Thank you for being here, especially those of you who are from London who are either getting up really early or staying up extra late with us tonight. Every year at this summit, we honor a company within our industry who goes above and beyond to serve the community with dedication, commitment, and impact. They are shining examples of what we all aim to be. Tonight we're going to be presenting this award, and to do so, please welcome back HIF Board President Jamie D'Alessandro.
Good evening, everyone. Tonight I have the privilege of recognizing this year's Community Impact Award recipient, Avalon Bay Communities. HIF is fortunate to be able to call Avalon Bay a trusted partner and supporter for many, many years. Avalon Bay has supported us in various ways. Over the years, they've offered roughly 1,000 volunteer work hours to support our renovation projects and other programs. They've contributed over $300,000 in direct financial assistance to HIF, and they have had board level and committee level involvement with HIF for many years. I now have the privilege of introducing Tim Naughton, Chairman, CEO, and President of Avalon Bay, and Debbie Coombs, Senior VP of Operations at Avalon Bay, to accept this award.
On behalf of Avalon Bay Communities, I'm honored to accept the 2020 HIF Community Impact Award. As a housing provider in many of the most expensive markets in the country, we understand the housing crisis that many in our country face. Our company has a long history of working with nonprofits in the community to help address the challenge of homelessness and affordable housing. And we are particularly proud of our long-term relationship with HIF in the Bay Area as a nonprofit that has served so many families in crisis over the last 30 years. During this unprecedented time, it is more important than ever to support our local communities, particularly those that have been most impacted by the pandemic and the economic downturn. Recognizing this enormous need, our company recently decided to double down on our commitment to our local nonprofit partners this year. Please consider joining us and digging a little deeper to support HIF in its mission of helping so many families in need in the Bay Area. Together, we really can make a difference. On behalf of all of our associates at Avalon Bay, I want to thank you again for this award. You know, one of the reasons we like working with nonprofits is because nonprofits are mission-driven. And, we actually believe, successful companies, really enduring companies, are also mission-driven. It's just not, chasing profit and a paycheck. And, we just have a very much a values-based culture. And one of those values, I'm sure you've heard it from Dax or maybe from Jackie Tedesco. I know she's involved, as well as this notion of spirit of caring. And that, that extends to our associates, that extends to our customers, but it also extends to the communities and, which we do business. And, we're long-term owners. We have a long-term horizon, and we think it's our duty and responsibility to play a meaningful role in the community. And just seeing the amount of disruption, dislocation in people's lives. We were relatively fortunate to have a business that's still cash flowing. We felt it was important not to pull back, but actually to do more.
We're so honored. I feel so honored to represent all of my team that stands behind me in support of HIF. The impact is that spirit and knowledge that we've helped others that need help, and that a small token of money or some kind of support and encouragement has made the difference in the lives of a family that's in our neighborhood. With Avalon Bay, our mission is to build better communities. And we are very active in philanthropic work wherever we are. And HIF is our Northern California regional partner. And it's been a pleasure for all these years with people that have served on the board of directors and those that show up with a willing attitude and a paintbrush on a rehab project. We have to do all of it. We have to do the financial contributions. We've got to show up and make the difference in our communities with our hands and our minds. But we also need the idea of housing that is available, that could be used for those who are in need.
I was in the military, in the Marine Corps, on base, and so online was definitely a helpful tool, kind of break the ice, get to know people like that.
We met, and then a month later, Michael deployed to Afghanistan, and so we kind of dated through letters. And that's how we got to know each other for the first 6 months of our relationship. We were long distance after that. We got married, and then Michael deployed right after that to Iraq. Transitioning out of military service is you don't talk about that much. We're big advocates of relationships in the military and family support for the military, because a lot of people, they don't understand the lifestyle. And so I'm going to school right now to be a military social worker, and then Michael's going to be retrained as a behavioral health specialist for the military to help kind of both sides of me on the family side, Michael on the personnel side. We really want to empower military families.
See a young couple like this, they're both doing social work, they're both working in the community, they're both trying to help other people, and they themselves are having a hard time living in a place where they can really be them full selves, they can really realize the full potential of their life.
The first thing that stood out to me was that they were living in the basement of a church where his father was a pastor at for the past 3 years. And the fact that he was serving this country, the fact that he also worked for a nonprofit in San Mateo that serves women of domestic violence stood out to me, him and his wife. And not able to find housing made no sense to me.
We had never heard of Avalon before, and Michael had been communicating with HIF.
They said, hey, we have one possibility, and we asked if we can come do a tour of it. Right from the very first day of seeing a tour of some of the units here, we were blown away that this was available.
Pet friendly too, which has been hard in the Bay Area. We've spent so many holidays apart, birthdays apart. I mean, the first time we moved into our home, Michael was deployed. And so even just getting to move in together, that's a first for us. This is the first time we've been able to do that in an apartment that we both have had together.
This is somebody that served our country, and once people are done serving, sometimes there's just not the benefits to keep them into a stable life. One of our core values is the spirit of caring. That's been in place for many years, and Avalon Bay has always been the type of company that supports our associates' a desire to go out and be charitable, whether it's to donate or to do work. It's a collaboration, and it really takes a lot of people to overcome some of the challenges that we're being faced with today.
We've had a long relationship with Avalon Bay, and not only have they provided tremendous financial support to us over the years, but they've supported us in our renovation projects, bringing us volunteers. They've also served on our board for many years. More recently, they've been participating in our affordable housing initiative by donating units to that program. Young couples like Michael and Taylor, they get an opportunity to have an apartment below market rate, save money, get themselves financially stable as they're building their careers.
We knew we couldn't afford to stay in the county with our current situation, and so it was, where are we even gonna live? That was a huge stress. And so to have the stability of knowing, okay, we're in this program now, we can breathe a little bit and we can really dig into the community. We can really dig into the work that we want to do here because we know that we have a place that we're living. I haven't seen Michael this happy in, years. And so just little moving in stuff, even this morning getting ready in the apartment and Michael's looking around, and it's so special to see him this excited.
Everyone at HIF has been great.
It's just such an incredible program to be a part of, to be participants in it, and to know that other people are being accepted into this program. It makes me really excited, just knowing that it makes our community that much stronger. It did lift such a weight off of our shoulders, and it helps us stay in the community and do the work. And if we would have known about this a year ago, who knows where we would be now.
Thank you, Michael and Taylor, for sharing your story. You truly are why we are here tonight, and we so appreciate you letting us share your journey with everyone. And thank you to Avalon Bay Communities. What an impact Avalon Bay Communities has on families in the Bay Area. The award that I held up before we started this is a letter from Michael and Taylor, and so I will let the entire crew of Avalon Bay Communities enjoy that personally, but we appreciate you and all the work that you do. And now I would like to thank our diamond sponsors for helping make tonight's event possible and supporting the great work of the Housing Industry Foundation. Our diamond sponsors tonight are Graystar and Woodmont Real Estate Services. And now I have the honor of moving us to the moment that we are here for, you and I, all of us, the reason that the whole team for HIF pushed ahead and crafted this amazing event. Your community needs you. Your community needs you right now more than ever, and you can do so much with such a small little action. The click of a button can have an incredible impact on the life of a family on the brink of homelessness, or the life of a family like two hardworking, full-time employed young people like Michael and Taylor living in the basement of a church, doing great work in the community, looking for a way not to get far ahead, just to get even with life. So make sure you've got your phones out and ready. You simply text HIF Strong to 41444. Again, text HIF Strong to 41444. We're seeing the pledges come in, and we appreciate every one of them, because right now we're asking you to make pledges, and we've got a variety of levels available for you. You can pledge $20,000 or $10,000 or $5,000, $2,500, $1,000 on down the line. We'll give everyone watching the opportunity to make a difference in the life of a Bay Area family. And I guarantee that there is a level that works for you, because you can enter whatever amount you want. You think 2021 is going to be a better year? Pledge $2,021. We appreciate every pledge, and we appreciate what you are about to do. I promise, if you make a pledge tonight, we will honor your pledge. We will do our best to announce it live on stream. But before we get to that, we would like you to hear directly from one of the families you have helped us serve this year.
When Adelina contacted us for assistance, the first thing that stood out was the fact that she's a single mother with 6 kids, doing it on her own. 6 kids, homeschooling, single parent. That equation right there stood out to me. Like, we need to help Adelina. We need to help her right away with whatever resources we can to help keep this family housed and off the streets.
Realmente sin la ayuda de ustedes mi vida no fuera posible, o sea, no sería la misma tranquilidad que tengo ahorita de decir, bueno, voy a estar más tranquila para no estar pensando cuánto más tengo que juntar para pagar mi renta sin tener un ingreso. Cuando recibí su email de que estaba recibiendo la cantidad que me estaban mandando, nada más dije, ok, solamente me va a faltar para completar 1,200, ¿quién decir? Entonces esto lo comparto con mis hijos y mis hijos están tranquilos y son parte de verme feliz a mí, se hacen felices ellos. De verlos felices a ellos me hago feliz yo. Sin una fundación como la que tienen ustedes, no es posible para poder vivir esta situación tan difícil que se está viviendo.
No one should be living in a car, yet alone a family of 7. Not only trying to feed her kids, but on top of it, stressing the importance of education, ensuring that they are on the right path in their education is difficult. And so I really admire Adelina for being the parent that she is, especially during this time where there's so many challenges.
Quiero decir gracias a Housing Industrial Foundation por soportar y ayudar a mi situación económica que tenemos ahorita con lo de COVID. Esta ayuda que han dado, que gracias a ustedes hemos podido pagar la renta de este mes, y también para decir gracias, para quitar un poco el estrés de mis hijos y mío. Gracias por su soporte.
Thank you, Adelina. And I got to say, wow, you talk faster than I do, and that's saying something. But honestly, we appreciate you sharing your story and your family with us. It is good to see you all doing so well. And now, all of you watching right now, this is it. Now is the time. We may not be together, but I can already feel the energy. I can see pledges pouring in, and we have a very special announcement because we have a challenge grant this evening from 3 of our supporters. We have extra incentive to participate because if we can get to $150,000, Todd Speaker, Jan Berthold, and John Millam will match your pledges. That means every $1,800 you donate could equal 2 families kept in a happy home. As you heard Steve say, we have had over 600 applications so far this year, have given over $700,000 in grants, and the need is still growing. Every pledge you make will have a direct impact. And if somebody out there wants to pledge $20,000, it's a big jump and a big ask, but $20,000 would prevent 10 families from falling into homelessness. Every $20,000 we raise helps prevent 10 families from falling into homelessness. You pledged $10,000 tonight, and we just had a $10,000 pledge come in. A $10,000 pledge helps 5 teachers find affordable housing. Every pledge you make at every level has an impact. HIF does great work across the board because $5,000 provides materials for 1 shelter renovation project. Or $2,500 provides 2 families with security deposits, helping them move into stable housing. $1,800 is our magic number. $1,800 prevents 1 family from falling into homelessness. If you pledge $1,800, it gets doubled thanks to our challenge grants this evening, meaning that you're helping 2 families avoid homelessness. $1,000 provides paint for 1 shelter renovation. $500 would cover 1 family's moving expenses, and let's be honest, moving can be stressful. When you can't afford it, moving is extra stressful. So not just providing housing, but providing families with the opportunity to move into stable housing comfortably and with help. $250 could provide the first month's utility bills for a newly housed family. And I see pledges coming in, so let's get to the thermometer and check it out because every pledge we are thankful for every pledge. Leon Kelly pledged $517. Maria Kim pledged $103. Jamie Weiss is in for $103. Leslie Kish, $259. Brian Gagan pledged, it jumped forward on me. If we got the technology, if it does something janky, I apologize. And if I get your name wrong, please don't take it personally. I appreciate every one of your pledges, and it's kind of a crazy reactive moment we're having up here. But Brian Gagan was in for $517, and if you're hearing odd amounts, if you're thinking, hey, why did somebody pledge $517? Why did Penny Hunter pledge $103? It's because if you pledge above and beyond the amount that you're pledging, you take care of the credit card fees for Housing Industry Foundation, so 100% of your donation goes straight to HIF. Goes straight to HIF. Just like Luke Farley pledged $1,034. Thank you, Luke. Lisa Dixon is in for $52. Deb DeMartini pledged $3,102. Steve Epcar pledged $259. We have an anonymous gift of $52. You want to pledge anonymously? We appreciate your gift. Just know that we see you in our hearts. Leslie Kish, again, in for $259. Mike McGrew, in for $259. Mark Lacey, in for $103. Lori Cancel and Al, so far, we're at $56,680. Lori Kenzel and Al Tapia pledged $100. And keep those pledges coming. Keep those pledges coming. Remember, every $1,800 you pledge helps save one family, and then thanks to our challenge grant, it's a second family gets kept in stable housing. Every pledge you make. Ginger Sotelo was in for $100, and it keeps resetting to the very beginning for me, so we'll keep going. Joel and Lindy Hopman in for $517. Remember, $500 could help cover the cost of moving expenses. $250 could cover the utility bills. Michael Shaw in. Thank you so much, Michael, for your gift. We appreciate your pledge. We're currently at $70,000. Keep them coming because we have a lofty goal this evening. Scott Pritchett is in for $100. Lindy Hopman is in for $517. Carrie Zimmerman in for $103. Keep those pledges coming. We're at $71,000. We appreciate each one of your pledges. Remember, $1,000 could provide the paint for one shelter renovation. Keep those pledges coming. Every $10,000 you pledge helps 5 teachers find affordable housing. And another big pledge just came in, pushing us all the way up to $89,000. Make that $91,000. Make that $96,000. John Wayland in for $517. Keep those pledges coming. We appreciate every single pledge as you continue to make those pledges. Every single pledge. Salvatore Saglimbeni is in for $1,034. Thank you, Salvatore. Looking for more pledges. We're currently at $95,000. We're almost 2/3 of the way to our challenge grant money this evening, and almost, we're over halfway to our goal for the entire evening. Mandy Newton in for $259. Lori Lamberson in for $103. Kevin Wilkinson pledged $100. Keep those pledges coming. Keep those pledges coming as we get almost to the 96,000. We're at 96,000, trying to tip over 97,000, 98,000. Keep them coming as we get close to 100,000. One of our big Windy Hill Property Ventures. That's Jamie, isn't it? Jamie D'Alessandro, our board president, pledged $20,000. Thank you, Jamie. Woo, we're at 108,000. Keep those pledges coming. Keep those pledges coming as we're at $108,000. We've got $41,625 to go to get to our $150,000 challenge grant. So if you're waiting for a dramatic moment, it doesn't get more dramatic than this. Keep the pledges coming. We have an anonymous gift of $26. Thank you, Anonymous. Jonathan Coates pledged $103. Thank you, Jonathan. Keep those pledges coming. We're currently sitting at $109,000. Can we get more pledges? Can we get another $10,000 in the next 30 seconds? Is it possible to get another $10,000 in the next 30 seconds as Rod Edwards pledges $120? George and Gurasov, you're in. And George, if you've looked ahead to the live auction, everybody, George is also one of our live auction donors. He's got his RV in there, a chance for you to get away and celebrate the fact that you pledged money to HIF. George and Gurasov in for $259. We have an anonymous gift of $100. Keep those pledges coming as we're creeping ever higher. Chris Wojcik in for $259. And another big gift. Thompson Dorfman Partners, thank you for your pledge. We appreciate your gift. Looking for more pledges at $115,000 and counting. Philip Saglimbeni is in for $1,034. We're currently sitting at $112,676. Keep those pledges coming. We appreciate every pledge and look, we're 66% of the way there. We're at 2/3 of our way to our goal. Don't stop now. Don't let that slow us down. John and Robin. Another big pledge. Elizabeth Meadows, thank you. We appreciate your big pledge as well. Looking for the next big pledge. John and Robin Udy in for $10,000. $1,000. Thank you, John and Robert. John and Robin. Gina Phillips in for $103. We appreciate you as well, Gina, as we're currently sitting at 101. Oh, the numbers at 101 make that $101.2 thousand. Mitch Zurich in for $1,034. Keep those pledges coming. Every $1,800 that you raise helps keep a family out of homelessness. $500, as you'll recall, covers moving expenses. Every pledge makes a difference. $250 covers utility bills for a newly housed family. And if you're sitting here wondering, well, hey, how do I get in and make a pledge? Well, the simple way that you do that is you text HIF Strong to 41444. Again, that's HIF Strong to 41444. Follow the prompts and pledge. Is Julia Peter in for $517. Kenneth Marciano pledged $1,000. Michael Shaw pledged $10,000. Thank you, Michael. Again, if you haven't yet logged on, text HIF Strong to 41444. Follow the prompts and keep making those pledges because we're currently at $105,000, and that means that we've got a little over $44,000 of challenge grant waiting for us to take advantage of it, and we appreciate Todd Speaker, Jan Berthold, and John Millam, and we want to maximize their generosity and hit their $150,000 challenge grant, as Shayna Nichols pledges $52, and Eric Ostergarden pledges $259, and Avalon Bay Communities, our honoree, the winners of the recipients of our Community Impact Award, pledge $4,000 on top of everything else that they are doing. We appreciate every gift. Arthur Trout in for $207. Keep those pledges coming. Keep those pledges coming. We are looking to tip the scale. We're at $105,950. We're going to give it another minute before we move on in the program. And then here's the thing. This is going to be open. You can text HIF Strong to 41444 at any point in our program this evening, and you will be able to make a pledge that applies towards our challenge grant. We really, really want to maximize this and get to the $150,000. Bridget Spinali pledged $310. Lauren Kaliz is in for $100. We appreciate every gift, every pledge that gets made. Rebecca Harlow pledged $103. Thank you, Rebecca, for making your pledge as well. We're currently at $113,000, inching ever closer, love the timer, ever closer. Catherine and Jonathan Yee, we appreciate your pledge of 103. Keep those pledges coming, everybody. We're at 113,334. It's a fun number to say, but 150 is such a better round number. It looks so much better. We'll go for that. Kelly Meyer in for $517. Let's give it another 10 seconds, and then we're going to move on with the program. Keep those pledges coming, and if you haven't pledged yet, text HIF Strong to 41444. Again, that's HIF Strong to 41444. We're going to come back later in the program, check on the thermometer, see where you've gotten to. Just because we're moving on doesn't mean you should stop making pledges. In fact, quite the opposite. We're really hoping that you can work with us to help us maximize Todd, Jan, and John's challenge grant of $150,000. Right now, though, in fact, you know what we'll do? We're going to keep the text to give link open for the next week until October 1st. How that? So you can invite all your friends who couldn't be here tonight. They can participate as well. And you can always tell them, text HIF Strong to 41444 to make a contribution. We're going to be back in a little while to start our live auction. But first, we have some very special sponsors to thank, and we have a very special presentation to make. Our platinum sponsors this evening: Avalon Bay Communities, helping in so many ways; Equity Residential; and Prometheus Real Estate Group. Now, every year at this summit, we honor individuals within our industry and our community whose dedication, commitment, and impact set them apart and make them shining examples of what we all aspire to be. Here to tell us more, welcome back, Steve.
Thank you, Greg. Thank you, Greg. And thanks, everyone, for your donations. Very grateful for that. Please keep them coming. Please keep them coming. Please keep them coming. Volunteers are the lifeblood and backbone of HIF. To illustrate this, let me read two brief emails we recently received from two very special board members and volunteers. These emails, they're not really that dramatic, but let me just read them to you. Hi, Stephen and S. Attached is a list of apartments that are available that we are happy to commit to for the fire victims. I am also going to reach out to all the owners we manage properties for and see if anyone else would have an interest in helping out. Take care, Lynn. That's from Lynn Pierce, HIF board member. And around the same time, we got this email. Good morning, this other email. Good morning, Steve and Arlene. I will be there for packing and delivering Summit gifts. I look forward to seeing you tomorrow. Have a good day, Terry. That's from Terry Stinson. I will be there. That is the essence of the volunteer spirit. And that's Lynn Pierce and Terry Stinson in a nutshell. The amount of support, energy, and time that they have given to HIF is immeasurable. From the day I first met them, they have been generous with their time, their resources, and their talent to help build HIF. And they just exude a positive, let's do this energy, which in turn empowers us. Lynn, in addition to running Prodesi Property Management, has provided financial oversight, accounting services, and close collaboration on our budgets. She has helped us interview new employees, she's helped guide HIF through its changes and growth. Lynn is always there for us, and she's always there for me. She has been as much a part of this team as anyone has for nearly 15 years. Terry, while serving as VP of Property Management at Cambridge, has led our September Summit for over 30 years. She is always putting herself out front, getting others to join in, pushing and supporting us. It's hard to find a more giving spirit and person than Terry. The summit would have not ever been as successful as it has been without Terry's leadership and her positive energy. We will present in the next couple of days, and I know that Lynn and Terry are at home probably highly uncomfortable, but that's too bad because we love you, and it could have been worse. It could have been live. So we're going to present these framed letters from recipients of our housing programs. These are stories of possibility and hope. Exactly what Lynn and Terry have given to us for so many years. Thank you so much.
I was first introduced to Lynn when I joined 10 years ago, and she is an incredible lady. She has no fear. Her knowledge is scary. It's that good. Her passion and caring for charity, for HIF, and her other charity, it embodies what I think a lot of people, including myself, look up to. I remember meeting Terry when I first joined, and her drive and passion for HIF was clear the moment we started talking. These September summits we've had since I've been here, we could not pull them off without her. She has been the captain, the champion, the leader of the September Summit. Without Terry leading the charge and without her drive, I don't see the success in HIF and the fundraising without the back work that she's done all these years.
A huge thank you to Lynn and Terry for your time, your energy, and your dedication to HIF. You both have amazing, huge hearts, and we really appreciate you.
Terry is a class act. She is the most generous person I have met. She's kind, and she welcomes everybody and treats everybody equal, regardless of who they are.
I'd like to take this time to thank Lynn and Terry for the countless years of support and dedication. You have been the most consistent in your support with your time and energy and effort, not just dollars, but day in, day out, keeping all of our I's dotted and all of our T's crossed. Thank you so much.
They not only support us financially, but they invest thousands of hours of time. Thank you both very much.
Lynn and Terry, since I've been on the board, you both have been a constant. You are always there and you're always available, and you probably don't hear it enough, but thank you. Thank you very much, both of you, for everything that you do for HIF.
I've always been impressed by Lynn Pierce and Terry Stinson. We truly must salute them, because without them and the numerous hours they've put into HIF, we would not be the strong organization that we are today.
Congratulations, Lynn and Terry. We wholeheartedly appreciate you and all you do. Keep up the great work. You inspire all of us to be better volunteers and participants in our community. We also appreciate our gold sponsors, and there are many. Arcadia Management Services Company, Aquatech Plumbing, Benchmark Environmental Engineering, Blue Sky Restoration Contractors, California Apartment Association Tri-County, Cambridge Management Corporation, Court Furniture Rental, Essex Property Trust, G.W. Williams, IBI, Prodesi Property Group, Saris Regis Group, Sequoia Equities, and Windy Hill Property Ventures. That's Todd Speaker Jr. and Jamie D'Alessandro at Windy Hill. Thank you again to all our gold sponsors. Now, we'd like you to hear some more HIF clients' voices.
This is a really good program that is interested in helping people that help other people.
Very supportive, and they were very communicative and kind of walked me through the process of how things would go.
The work that they done here is just perfect. I mean, it was done by professionals.
It's really easy, and it happened so fast. I was sort of like, oh, this is actually happening.
As soon as I walked into the apartment, I got excited, but then I was focused on one thing, the kitchen.
Me and my children to stay in the apartment where we've been for 8 years now, and for my daughter and my son to graduate at the high school he was, and for my daughter to continue at the school where she's been. Without it, we probably would have been homeless.
They're willing to help people like public service workers, but they also help other people. I'm like, this is exactly what I want to do, but they're doing it on like a grander scheme.
I feel like this is sort of one of those payoffs that, when you go into healthcare, or you go into becoming a teacher, or you just want to like help people and you have one of those careers, you don't really look at it like, what is this going to do for me? It's always just more about like, what can I do for people? So when someone does for you and you kind of get that back, it's an incredible feeling. And I really just wanted my son to realize that like being a good person or doing good things can get you rewards that, you didn't even think of, when you decided to do that thing. I don't know how I would have done it without this program. And my son is just so like over the moon. He has his own room, and he has, all it's totally Minecrafted out. Yeah, it's just really been a godsend. Making donations to a program like this are really helping individuals that are in those lines of work and making a difference in their life.
We are stronger together.
Totally Minecrafted out, right? That's what a parent should be worried about with their kid. What are they building in Minecraft? Not how do we stay in our house? And every bid that you make in our auction right now is going to help take care of families in the Bay Area. We've got a small but powerful slate of auction items for you tonight. 3 lots. They are fun. And if you haven't yet registered to bid, get the HandBid app or go to events.handbid.com and search HIF Summit. It's not too late. We can get you in there. There are some people already in and bidding, but now we're going to talk about the auction lots and we're going to get in. And I see you, Sandoval. I appreciate your bid already. We've got one person already bidding on lot number 1, Whisk Away to Zephyr Cove in Tahoe. Thanks to Alana Buick and Burrs, up to 10 people, 10, enjoy a week-long getaway on the sane side of South Lake Tahoe. Make your way to Zephyr Cove, beyond the casinos, in the woods, where you'll spend a full week in a 4-bedroom, 4-bathroom private vacation home, loaded with amenities. Has a gourmet kitchen and dining room, hot tub with incredible views, fireplace, game room with a ping pong table, plenty of entertainment options. Maybe best of all is the location. Zephyr Cove's a quiet section of Tahoe on the Nevada side, gorgeous views and easy access to the lake. And it's a short drive from Heavenly and the rest of South Lake for when you want to go get your gambling or skiing on. It's available for 3 specific weeks in November, February, or April. November this year, February or April of next year. The opening bid on this was at $2,000. And the way this works is, in order for me to see who's making bids, I got to look at a screen over here and I got to click on a thing. So you bear with me, because we're going to open it up and take a look and see who's been making the bids. And the bids are coming in. Yes, Servando Sandoval is our current leader in the clubhouse at $2,000. And we're looking for you to jump in and make your bids as well. Next bid's at $2,200, a chance to get away up to Tahoe for up to 10 people for a week. And one of the beautiful things about Tahoe, A, it's in driving distance. B, there's lots of good skiing. And C, even if you don't want to ski, it's always fantastic to go get away and stay in a house. And on the Zephyr Cove side of things, as I've already said, but I'm an auctioneer and I love to repeat myself, as I've already said, when you're on the Zephyr Cove side of things, it's the same side of South Lake. It's your opportunity to go in and up to Tahoe and chill. And if you want to gamble, you want to go crazy, it's a short enough cab ride. You can catch an Uber into town and still, it's not going to break the bank getting in there. Heck, the only thing that's going to break the bank is if you go crazy on blackjack. And that is something I will not encourage you to do. Have fun. Get up there and ski your heart's content. We've got one bid currently at $2,000. If you're having a hard time finding it, just get on the HandBid app, scroll down, and find the bids. Go, Leslie Kish, currently in at $2,200. Ah, I see you, which means, Servando Sandoval, now is the time for you to jump back in. Current bid is at $2,000. Leslie's in at $2,200, looking back to you for $2,400. Keep the bidding coming, keep the bidding coming, because the house in Nevada, the house in Zephyr Cove isn't going to be there all night, although the house is going to be there waiting for you all year. Currently, the bidding on this is sitting at, oh, wow. And all of a sudden, we had a good little auto bid war happen, because Jim Shepard jumped in at $2,400, and then Ryan Russler came in at $2,600, and Leslie Kish is back in. Oh, she had an auto bid at $26,000, and Jim Shepard came in at $2,800, and Leslie Kish has currently pushed the bidding all the way to $3,400. Keep the bids a-coming, keep the bids a-coming, because this is going to be your last chance to get the bids in. In fact, you know what I think we're going to do? As now that we've established that you've all found the right place, Jim Shepard in at $3,600. Jim's in at $3,600. Now looking back to you, Leslie, at $38,000. Or Ryan, never too late, never too late. Didn't tell it is, never too late to jump back in at $38,000. Current bids at $3,600, looking to you at $38,000. Go $38,000, bid $38,000, now $38,000. Going to be $3,600, now $38,000. $38,000 with Leslie. Now Jim going back to you for $4,000. Go one more now, time to bid $4,000. Jim, come on back at $4,000. Look at $3,800, looking for $4,000. Tell you what we're going to do. We're going to apply a little internet pressure to you all, because I know that there's a little bit of a time delay between what I say and when you hear it, as Leslie's currently the leader at $3,800, looking for our next bid at $4,000. Keep the bids a-coming, keep the bids a-coming. Oh, Jim bid $4,000, and Leslie's up at $4,200. Yes, I can hear Steve. Steve, you can make more noise than that. It's okay. They want to hear you. Like, we hear you. We want you to know that we see you making the bids, and we appreciate you. Leslie currently in at $4,200. I'm going to check one more time, hit the refresh. It takes me just a second to get over here and do all of this. Leslie currently in at $4,200. What we're going to do, we're going to set a timer right here. Tell you that there's 1 minute left. 1 minute left to get your bids in on lot number 1. 1 minute left to enjoy a week in Tahoe. And look, if there's one thing that we all need, it's a chance to get away, a chance to relax, a chance to do it in a socially distanced and sane way. I think we all enjoy life in the Bay Area, because it's why we're here. But sometimes you just want to get out of the house. As Jim Shepard comes in at $4,400. Now we're looking back to you, Leslie, and everybody else at $46,000. Go $46,000. 30 seconds left. And that view of Emerald Cove, Emerald Bay, could be yours. It's one of the most beautiful hikes you can ever go do in Tahoe. Easy access. And basically, if you look straight across from Emerald Bay, you'll see Zephyr Cove. That's where you'll be staying, as we are coming down to the final 10 seconds to get your bids in. 10, and I just want to check in and see as we go 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and done. We're going to let the latency play out, and so we'll come back and check on who the winning bidder is in just a little while. Up next, lot number 2. Who knew? A chef-presented 4-course dinner for 2 people in your home, generously provided by Benchmark Environmental. Enjoy the ultimate gourmet meal in the perfect setting, your house. Tony Caters is going to come to your house, bring everything they need to prepare a fantastic feast. They'll work with you in advance, create the perfect menu. They won't bring the wines, but they'll make recommendations on what wines to pair with it. Bring everything else they need to treat you to a magical meal. They'll entertain in the kitchen while they whip up a 4-course gourmet feast. They'll bring all the china, the silverware, the napkins, etc. All you need to do is find a date that works and open up your kitchen to them an hour early. And if there's one thing I think we've all learned during this pandemic, it's that we are tired of cooking for ourselves, right? And what better way to nothing could be more socially distant and responsible than to have a chef come to your house and cook a dinner for you. And at this point, we have no bids. The current bid, we're asking for a bid of $800, and nobody's jumped in on this. And I think it's A, you're all such great chefs that you love to take care of yourselves, or B, you just haven't found this one yet. This is the chef-presented 4-course dinner for 2 in your home, and the opening bid on this one is at $800, and we know that Tony Caters is going to do a fantastic job for you because they all specialize in cooking in people's homes. They come in, and of course, with everything that's been going on, they have mastered the art of being able to do a gourmet meal in a socially distanced and responsible way. They'll clean everything up when they're done. It's better than having to go pick up a meal and bring it home because they come to you and do everything for you. Kathy Cruz in at $800. Kathy in at $800. We're looking, and of course, we love you, Kathy. We appreciate your bid, but we're looking for somebody else to come bid 9. Wouldn't it be fine? Now come bid 9. All you need to do is provide the wine. Go on, and come bid 9. We're looking for anyone else to jump in at $900 on the chef-presented 4-course meal. And we know the last time the bidding took a second to get going, so I'm gonna sit here, and they call this vamping. When you are talking and trying to buy time for people at home to be acting, we call this vamping. I'm gonna vamp for just a few seconds to see if anybody else wants in on this before we set the countdown timer. We'll always let you know that we're going to be closing it in a relatively short period of time. But currently, Kathy Cruz is our leader in the clubhouse at $800, looking for anyone else to bid $900. And tell you what, everybody watching at home, you've got 1 minute. 1 minute to bid on lot number 2, or Kathy Cruz is going to be enjoying the meal of the year. And if you need some wine, we can find some to sell you, I'm sure. Kathy Cruz is going to be enjoying the meal of the year in less than 1 minute. We're checking again just to make sure on the bidding. Hit the refresh. Kathy Cruz, currently still our leader in the clubhouse. And this is an opportunity, like I said, not just to have a great meal, but to have a great meal that all you have to do is open the door and enjoy. They will come, prepare everything, serve it to you. They'll bring the china and everything else they need to serve it to you, and then clean up on their way out the door. What more could you ask for as we come down to the final 20 seconds? The hardest part you might have is just narrowing this guest list. But it's for 2 people, right? So the guest list is pretty much predetermined. This could be and gentlemen, if you haven't thought of this already, 10 seconds left. Get ahead of the curve on the holidays or the birthday. Last chance to get in at 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and done. That concludes live auction lot number 2. And it brings us to lot number 3, the RV getaway. Get out and see the beautiful countryside of the Western United States in a socially distant and safe way. Up to 6 people spend 5 days in George and Gurasov's 2011 Forest River Sunseeker 3010. The Sunseeker, built to cruise the open road with grace and establish a comfortable home base wherever you may roam. The master suite has a queen bed with ample closet space and a TV in the bedroom. Plus, you've got an overhead bunk over the front driving cabin with its own DVD player, and the living room/dining room you see here on screen right now has a huge 40-inch TV in the kitchen with surround sound. All of which I encourage you to steadfastly ignore. Drive somewhere into nature, park it, and enjoy views like that on the screen you see there coming in through your window in the morning. Kitchen is fully stocked, so you can prepare every meal on the road, including a barbecue and an outdoor eating table, so you get somewhere nice set up outdoors. But really, this is your chance to explore the open road. 5 days to drive from the Bay Area to, well, you could get to the Grand Canyon. You could head for the Sawtooth Mountain Range of Idaho and Montana, go to Yellowstone, or head southeast, go to Yosemite, go all the way to Utah, Bryce Canyon, Zion, Bridges. Oh, the places you could go. Opening bid on this lot is currently with Servando Sandoval at $800. Looking for somebody else to jump in and bid Servando up at $9. Looking for $900. Who will bid $9? Oh, we're currently, Leslie Kish came in at $950. Kathy Cruz came in at $1,100. Leslie Kish back in at $1,250. Looking for a next bid of $1,304. Looking for $1,400 on our next bid. Who's going to jump in at $1,400 for the RV getaway? And it says up to 6 people. You don't have to take 6 people. As Chris O'Connor jumps in at $1,400, you could just take, you could take a couple, or you could take the family. Depends on how well you all get along. Either way, you can take off in a safe way because you can drive wherever you want. And one thing that's hotter than ever in the last 5 months has been camping. And if you're like me, you like the great outdoors, but yeah, tents, not so much. Chris O'Connor currently in at $1,550, looking for a next bid of $1,700. You can jump in for $1,700 and take off for the week in George's RV. And the Sunseeker, it is, he has a beautifully apportioned, you can see lots of wood detailing inside. It's got everything you need to be able to cook and prepare food indoors, plus a place to sit outside. Servando back in at $1,700, looking for $1,850 for our next bid, looking for $1,850 on the next bid for you to take off for the week in the RV. And look, you can do it now, you can do it in the wintertime, or you can wait. It doesn't matter because you don't have to set up a tent in the rain. Wherever you get to, you've got your own, it's like your own little traveling hotel room, right? And again, it's got the television, so if you got to watch the games on Sunday, because my wife was making fun of my script when I wrote it. She's like, yeah, except for the NFL, right? Then you watch the games on Sunday. I'm like, yeah, you might have to watch a game on Sunday or two. Servando Sandoval's in at $1,700. We're going to set the timer at 1 minute left. 1 minute left on our final auction lot this evening in the live auction. Our final lot in the live auction, currently down to 50 seconds left as we're going to click over and see who is bidding on what. Servando Sandoval was in at $1,700, and then Leslie Kish came in at $1,850, and then Servando back in at $2,000, looking to you, Leslie, and everyone else at $2,150, because if you're waiting till the last minute, this is it. This is it. In fact, it's the last half minute. You've got 20 seconds left to get your bids in. Have the opportunity to take off in an RV for a week, go wandering around. Who would have thought that in 2020 that A, we'd be doing this virtually, and B, getting in an RV and driving the United States would sound so darn good. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and done. That concludes our live auction this evening. Whew. If you didn't get what you wanted, you can still just give HIF money. Remember, you can text HIF Strong to 41444. The Fund the Need is open, and every $1,800 you pledge helps prevent a family from falling into homelessness. We are still shy of our $150,000 challenge grant goal, and we'll get back to that in just a moment. First, I would like to thank our silver sponsors, American Asphalt, Arbor Well, Boulevard Residential, Catalyst Housing, GB Group Construction and Painting, Heritage Bank of Commerce, Income Property Specialists, Kimball Tyree and St. John LLP, Paul and McKay, Seiler LLP, and Walker and Dunlop. And we appreciate all of you at home making your bids as well in our auction. We appreciate that this isn't the way any of us imagined that we would be doing auctions this year, but we love you for coming along with us, for making pledges in the Fund a Need as well. We're currently at $124,000 in our Fund a Need, and in just a moment, we're going to be able to tell you who won all of the live auction items, because I don't know about you, but I get curious, and when we have to move on and we're wondering, like, hey, who won? done. And we'll get back to that. And I think one of the things that we can definitely say is that I'm going to bring a mirror next time we do this together, Steve and Monica, so I can hold it up so everybody can see how much work is going on behind the scenes to make this happen. Oh, there are our winners in the live auction. Congratulations, Jim Shepard for winning the Week in Tahoe. That bid held on. Kathy Cruz winning the in-home chef, and Leslie Kish came in at the last minute to be the winner of the RV getaway. Thank you all for participating in our live auction tonight. And now, the Board of Directors of the Housing Industry Foundation has a special message for all of us.
At the end of the day, the people that receive this money, they're hardworking people. They're just struggling in a market that they can't afford.
All of us are one big major life disaster from potentially losing everything.
These are hardworking families, single moms, and people that with one small hiccup in their life may end up homeless.
Keeping people in stable housing is huge because it's such a cost to society, homelessness, but it's also an emotional cost to that individual that it becomes homeless. It's frightening and just devastating. And if they have children, it couldn't be more devastating on that child's life, educationally and their health.
Just happens in a blink of an eye here in the Bay Area because folks are just living check to check because their housing is such a significant portion of their income.
And I've come to appreciate how HIF really looks to help everyone in the community. And what we've done through shelter renovations, through the emergency housing program, is really try to be there for our most vulnerable, but also recognize that anyone can find themselves in a moment's notice on the verge of not being able to make rent. And that's where HIF steps in.
I think HIF, the importance that we see there is that we're involved in the local community. We act directly in helping people.
They really care about the providing assistance to those who are in need.
I mean, this is a truly incredible service. This is a truly incredible endeavor. It's an incredible mission to have.
There's never been a need for an emergency housing grant more than there is right now.
It's more now than ever with a pandemic. It's right there. It's why we're here.
One person can make a difference for so many, so I encourage you to make a difference and support HIF.
Everything you give goes to a good cause, and it's actually working.
The dollars that you will give to help an individual stay housed, more of those dollars get to that individual than in any other charity that I've ever seen or looked into.
It's time to give back.
I am proud to support HIF.
I am proud to support HIF.
I'm proud to support HIF.
I am proud to support HIF.
I am proud to support HIF.
I am proud to support HIF because we are stronger together.
And we are proud to be with you by association. Thank you all. And thanks to our video sponsor, the Sobrato organization, for making all of the videos for tonight's event possible. We appreciate all of you joining us tonight, and now we get to get a look at you all. You've been submitting images all night, and so now we want to see you. But before we get to those photos, a big thank you to our bronze sponsors who are making the real stars of tonight shine, you. Our bronze sponsors, thank you, include Calvac Paving, Chicago Title Insurance National, Commercial Services, Interstate Equities Corporation, IQV Construction and Roofing, LeaseLock, Marcus and Millichap, Medallion Landscape Management, and Vasona Management. So now is our chance to get a chance. Everybody loves wine. HIF strong indeed. Love the little heart. Thank you. We love you too. There we go. Glass of wine and a party, 510 logged in, ready to go. Representing the Niners. Thank you for joining us. A big thank you to all our crowdfunding fundraisers out there that have raised over $8,000 so far. Keep it coming. A reminder that the donation portal is going to stay open until October 1st, so tell your friends to text HIF Strong to 41444. But really, we have a lot of pledges that have come in that we have not been able to react to because the screen that we had them up on was bouncing ahead. So we wanted to, oh my gosh, that's such a small font. I'm going to touch your machine. I'm sorry, Monica. I'm going to touch your machine and bring it up here so I can see it. And everybody, you bear with me. Live theater on screen. We knew that this would come down to this, but I said that, and oh boy, I touched the microphone. I'm sorry for doing that as well, the AV guys. Everybody's like, what is Greg doing right now? Oh my gosh, he's gone crazy. And well, at least I remembered the non-reflective glasses. Hey, there we are. Don't age, people, right? It's one of the nothing like having your eyesight go. Oh, and the scroll, and of course there's a machine. So Ron Granville pledged $1,034. Sarah Taralin pledged $103.40. Megan Hoop in for $103.40. Brett D in for $5. Patrick Falconio in for $77.55. Troy Wilkinstrom pledged $258. Pico Lamar pledged $103. We've got Kathleen Israel in for $103. Bradley Johnson pledged $517. Eddie Gonzalez Novoa pledged $51.70. We've got Oceana Villancourt pledged $100. An anonymous gift of $103. Darren Ketter pledged $258. We've got a pledge. Megan Chen pledged $103. Anil Babar pledged $103. Karen McKay in for $258. Amanda Youngblood pledged $103. Janelle and John Hayden pledged $206. Eva Parenti pledged $2,000. Thank you, Eva. As I adjust this screen over here for just a second, I am also, and this is going to be, I am a PC person, not a Mac, so I am so far over my head right now. Kevin Wilkinson pledged $258. Joel Rubnitz pledged $1,861. I said we appreciate every pledge. We love the odd ones. Greg Galley in for $1,034. Stephanie Santa Esperanza in for $100. Veronica Dickerson pledged $2,585. We've got Ryan Russler in for $258. Chris O'Connor in for $517. And that's just page one. That's just page one, everybody. We're bouncing over to the next page. Slow Wi-Fi, bear with me. Here we go. Kathy Cruz pledged $258. Mandy Newton pledged $2,021. Dawn Melzer pledged $103. Jamie Olson pledged $27. Every pledge, remember, every $1,800 we raise helps keep a family in stable housing. We're currently at $124,000. It is not too late to text HIF Strong to 41444. We've got a challenge grant of $150,000 on the table, and if we can get another $25,000, you will get us over the top and get us to that challenge grant. Heather Pierce in for $5,170, meaning that all $5,000 go to HIF. That's, if I recall, that helps teachers find affordable housing. Karen Bowman in for $100. Catherine and Jonathan Yee in for $100. Jessica Locke in for $100. Cian O'Sullivan in for $200. Jeannie Nyberg in for $517. Bridget Spinelli pledged $310. Daniel Gaines pledged $258. Arthur Trout pledged $206. Annalisa Leonido pledged $206. Servando, you bid on everything in the live auction and pledged $206. Francesca Gleason pledged $100. Rebecca Harlow pledged $100. Kimberly Taylor pledged $258. Rachel Hepburn pledged $104. Mitch Zurich is in for $1,000. Jared Vanelli pledged $103. Kelly Myers in for $517. Scott Pritchett's in for $258. Chris Wojcik's in for $258. Christopher Peters in for $517. Eric Ostergarden's in for $258. And that is page two. And we've got some big ones. I know that there are some big pledges out there. We are trying to get to as the pledge pledges. We're up to 129,000. Keep those pledges coming. Keep those pledges coming. Philip Saglimbini is in for $1,034. Shana Nichols pledged 51. Lori Kensel pledged 827. Odd number. Love it. Keep those pledges coming. Lori Lambertson is in for $100. Gina Phillips is in for $100. Leslie Bass is in for $25. Salvatore is in for $1,034. Jonathan Coates is in for $100. Rick Jacobson is in for $517. Kenny Zimmerman is in for $103. George Ngurasov is in for $258. Wendy Garish is in for $103. Mike McGrew is in for $258. Joel and Lindy Hopman in for $517. Leslie Kish in for $258. Mark Lacey in for $103. John Wayland in for $517. Pam Chen in for $258. Lisa Dixon in for $51. Jim Morley pledged $10,340. Jim Morley, oh, he's in again. Last year, right there. Thank you, Jim, in for $10,000. Jake Harrington pledged $3,000. Luke Farley pledged $1,000. Derek Simmons is in for $517. Penny Hunter is in for $100. Greg Goodman in for $500. Leslie Goff Young is in for $103. We're currently at $129,000. We appreciate every pledge that you've made. They are going to keep this pledge open till October 1st. You keep the pledges coming. We appreciate all of you. Remember, text HIF Strong to 41444. Again, 41444. And for those of you who love auctions, there are lots of other items up for grabs at events.handbid.com or on the Handbid app. You have until September 28th to win great items like golf on premier courses, ice cream from Salt and Straw, or a trip to Costa Rica. La pura vida. Thanks everyone who tuned in from all over the country and beyond. Keep those pledges coming in. We are currently so close to getting to the $150,000 challenge grant. We hope that you can help push us over the top on that before October 1st. Be sure to check back in. Thank you all. Until then, we really hope that
Thank you.